Hey, Cornerstone, we are in our 21 days of fasting, and I'm here today with Pastor Chase Courtney, our executive pastor, also oversees missions and outreach here at the church. And my assumption is if you're watching this video, you are on the fasting journey with us. Now, I hope it isn't just, herd mentality, the church is doing it, I'm going to do it. My suspicion is there's a point behind it for you. There's a purpose in it. And I just wanted Pastor Chase to share a little of what's in his heart as it pertains to why we're doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm glad to be here. And as I've been thinking through this conversation, the big thought that's been coming to my mind on the forefront is just this phrase, confident expectation. If we're going on this fast together, if you're taking the journey during these 21 days to, as you've said, to really have a hunger within inside of us to gain that spiritual hunger, there's got to be a reason to it, right?
Yeah.
And if we have that reason, then surely you have a confident expectation that you're going to attain that thing or see that thing happen in your life. And so that's kind of really where I want to take it today, is just talking about that confident expectation from the Lord. We don't know how this fast will turn out for everyone. Physically, you don't know how your body's going to feel over the 21 days, and depending on what you do, but also spiritually, you don't know how this fast is going to turn out, or what results, what the things you've been praying for and asking the Lord for. But we do have that we have a confidence that we will not be disappointed.
Yes.
I love that Paul talks about that. I have a confidence that I will not be ashamed because of the gospel.
Come on.
So that's really where I just want to talk today, is just talking about a confidence and an expectation that the Lord will never fail us. He's never failed us. Jeremiah 17:7 says that blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him.
Yes.
And so really just challenging you, if you're on this fast, like, you are blessed when you trust him and you have a confidence in him, because we know that he's never let us down,
right?
That his character is true,
yes,
his word is true, and that he's never going to fail you. And so that's kind of really where I want to go today and talk about that. But I want to challenge you, if you're watching this, have you set expectations? Have you set a hope? Have you come to the Lord with prayer and petition?
Yes.
Right? Asking, hey, Lord, I am on this journey. I am enduring this physical hunger so that I can attain something greater that you have for me. And so that would be my first question to you that are watching, and to us is, have we set expectation before the Lord and said, Lord, we want to do this thing. I want to see this thing happen. Are you experiencing those things? And so I guess that would just be my question for you. If you're watching right now, what are your hopes? What are your expectations? We know Philippians 4:6 says, do not be anxious about anything.
Come on.
But in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to the Lord. And I think oftentimes the opposite of confidence is worrying, and being anxious, and not knowing how things are going to turn out. And once again, like I said at the beginning, we may not know how physically or spiritually things are going to turn out after the 21 days, but there is this confident expectation that the Lord he's in control. He is seeing your heart. He is seeing your motive. He's seeing everything that you're given towards him right now, so that he's going to be faithful.
What I love about that passage in Philippians, of course, I read from the New Living a lot. Worry about nothing, pray about everything, tell the Lord what you need, give thanks for what he has done. There's a specificity in it of, like, be very poignant, be very direct, be very precise in what you're seeking and what you're asking for. And so in this fast, I think what Pastor Chase is commissioning us to do is to have a target. And to be confident in that. It's the old adage, aim small, miss small. Like, what am I really seeking the Lord about? And I think even confidence comes from specificity. Like, I am narrowing in. I'm not just doing this randomly. I'm not just doing this because, spiritual leadership has asked me, but I am really getting laser-like in what I'm believing for.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say, please don't just do this thing because leadership has said, hey, this is what we're doing. Like, it's got to be something that the Lord provokes you to do, and that you're really aiming for. Two thoughts that I want to have before we finish is, first of all, we're not doing this 21 days to gain something. it's really to gain someone.
Yes.
And I say that with, I want to make it clear, we don't have to gain the Lord. We don't have to earn or strive or push for the Lord. He's always here. He's always available. Heaven is always open to those that are seeking.
Yes.
But I think it's more of gaining within us a devotion and just a focus towards heaven. And I really believe that when you when you really make this thing and you push for this spiritual hunger, that's what happens. Is that, I mean, heaven's been open, God's been waiting, but our mind and our heart becomes more aware that he's here in everything that we do. And I want to leave with this thought. It's actually a story, and you know the person. I won't say her name, but in college, just talking about fasting, and we did a lot of fasting in college, and had corporate fast, and but there was a young lady that she decided, hey, I have a family member that's not saved, and I really want to see my dad saved, and you probably know who I'm talking about. She went on a 40-day fast, and this is a college girl,
Right.
Any college student, that's crazy.
Yes.
And she did 40 days of fasting, and shortly after her 40 days of fasting, I mean, she had a focus.
Yes.
She had an expectation. She was confident in it. Her dad got saved.
Come on.
And then she went on another 40-day fast like a year later because she had seen the confidence and the faithfulness of God. So why not? Why am I, I'm going to do it again and believing for my family. And so now I'm not saying do 40 days, but in this 21 days, what is your target? What is your prayers and petitions to the Lord? Because he is so faithful and he's so good. And let's be confident in it.
I love that. And thank you for sharing that story, which is a real happening. This is a young lady that we knew that it was legit. And I'm glad you shared that, because we know the word. Mm-hmm. We know what the scriptures tell us. But sometimes we just need to hear a modern day human experience
that actually happened.
With these ancient spiritual disciplines. And God will move on this fast. I just want to echo what Pastor Chase said. Be confident, be focused, be specific, and have a confident hope. And I just want you to know, as your church family, we're believing with you. Yeah. We're fasting, yes, for the corporate of Cornerstone. Of course. But a part of our pastoral fast is we're fasting that in your life, you will see with your eyes everything that you're holding in faith in your heart. So we love you. We're proud of you.